Hi everyone, I'm here with Deborah Gordon and she's the owner of Charme More, which is a candle company. How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm very good.
Thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome, and these smell so good.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's a labor of love.
I believe you, I believe you. So let's just jump right into this.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how and why you came up with this idea to do candles?
Actually, I grew up in Jamaica and my grandmother was very much an eco-novice from the very beginning. So she did not believe in having a hurricane lamp that was fueled by kerosene. So we thus began the journey of making natural candles. So we would harvest the beeswax from the honeycomb and pick the cotton from the tree and spun it and braid it and make lovely candles.
So you picked the cotton,
yes,
spun it, and
yes,
you braided it.
Yes.
How old? You said 7?
No, I was younger than that. I started doing that at 2.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how it all began, and we moved to Canada in the 80s, and just always had a fascination for candles.
So now, can you explain to me just the ins and outs of how you've created and made the actual candles? Because obviously they're different sizes,
yes.
There's different scents.
Absolutely.
So in terms of the wax, you said you're using beeswax?
Yes.
Yes.
No, we're using soy and
using
beeswax
soy
blend. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
definitely.
explain to us how you've created your candles.
So these candles are made from soy and beeswax. The wicks in the candles are all cotton, so it's braided and tapped by hand. The containers are blown by mouth, and so everything about the candle is natural. The essential oils. So as you know, with scent, everything starts with a top note, a middle note, and a bottom note. And with that, when the candle is just sitting around, you're not burning it, it still has that amazing smell. Like, you really don't have to light them if you don't want to, but I suggest you do because we really would like your repeat business.
Right.
But yes, so then you start to burn the candle, and when you first light it, the first scent that comes out is your top notes, and then after about maybe half an hour or so, that's your middle note, and then as it permeates throughout the room for 3 hours, burning the candle, you'll get the bottom note, and it's absolutely beautiful. So we use all essential oils. I call myself the master mixer of essential oils. I just love it.
Yeah. So just to recap, so you're saying that the top note, so the top note, for example, perfume. We spray the perfume and it's a little bit overwhelming.
Yes.
And we're not kind of sure how everyone's going to take it when we walk into the
Exactly.
room. And then the middle note is when it's a little bit more subtle, and I can still smell a faint scent of it.
Yes.
But then the bottom note is when I don't smell it at all, and
Yes.
everyone comes up to me and says, your perfume smells great.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
yes.
that's what we're talking about with
Yes,
the candle,
it
top,
is.
middle, and bottom note. Excellent.
Absolutely.
And you said 3 hours.
3 hours, because you're essentially burning oil, because the wax does melt after you burn it, and so you're now burning oil. So the wick needs to be trimmed, so a maximum of 3 hours. If you decide that you are just going to light it just for dinner, don't bother, because what that does is create a well in the candle, because the wax does have to heat up and the container does have to warm up so that it can melt, and thus creating the natural even burning candle.
Interesting. So
Yes.
3 hours is an ideal burning time for any candle, or yours in particular?
Any candle, because if you don't, then what will happen is a lot of people have these candles, you're going to their homes and you see this well. Because the wax did not have enough time to melt and to warm up the container, and for that all to be a natural melting process. So you've deprived the candle of the beautiful burn that it should be, and now you just have wax in your container, and you're upset because you're thinking, oh, this candle is not good. It's not that the candle is not good, you did not read the instructions that tells you how to burn the candle.
How to burn the candle. So
Yes.
this is a little bit of etiquette for our audience, because I don't know if anybody, well, I'm sure some people do, but most of us are not actually aware of that. So this is really good information. I hope you guys are getting this. So now, what is next for you?
So what is next? We're moving into the Caribbean, into that market. While we're there, we discovered a beautiful market of people who are wanting to have natural products. And because most of the natural, we have coconut, that you can get coconut oils and beeswax. So most of the material will come from the Caribbean, so which is good.
Yes.
So, you know, the footprints lessens your footprints.
Absolutely, yes. No, this is huge, and you're going back to your roots and this the spinning of the cotton, and,
yes,
right, all that. So
absolutely.
this is, I'm sure this is very nostalgic for you as well.
It is very much so.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I really appreciate it, and I would love for you to tell everyone what your website is so that they can find these fabulous candles.
CharmeAndMore.
Charme More, and I love that. That is so fabulous. And the candles do come in different sizes. They are not just in these luxury large sizes. They come in
8-ounce, 10-ounce, 12-ounce, and those that it would be ideal for hostess gifts. And so we do those as well.
Excellent. And then we can also put your own label.
Yes, we do private labeling. So anyone wants private label, they can absolutely have us. We can do that for them.
And if they brought you a container to put a candle in?
We can test the container to make sure that it is safe to put the candle in there, and then we'll have you have your beautiful candle.
Right, and they can choose their scent and all that sort of stuff. Yes. It's been a pleasure.
It was a wonderful.
And congratulations on your
Well, thank you.
So nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.